What's up, everyone? This is Pooka bringing you round 2 from the Glendale, Wisconsin Battle Road between Frank Donovan on the left, sorry, directions messed up, and Phil Hollenberg on the right. Looks like Phil is going to be playing a Zoroark, Darkrai, Sableye deck, which is a deck we've seen a little bit more pop up at Battle Roads. It's just, turn 1 you can Ascension with Zorua and get all your stuff going, get a quick Zoroark turn 2 attacking. It's actually a pretty solid deck. And Frank, we're going to see another Ho-Oh deck. We saw Colleen win round 1 against Kid Stark with her Ho-Oh deck. And it looks like we have pretty much the same deck here. We'll see though. So right now, Frank is starting with Shaman EX, which is really, really bad. Shaman EX is great at the end of the game. At the beginning, it only does 30 damage. It has 110 hit points. It's going to get knocked out. It's going to give up 2 prizes. And there's just nothing you can do about it. But, Frank, he's just saying, I don't got much. I'm an Ultra Ball for my Mewtwo, Switch, Double Colorless, X Ball for 20. Now, this is an okay play in most circumstances, but in this one, it might be not so great. You see, Phil, he'll be able to just Ascension into Zoroark, which has Psychic Resistance. And if, Frank decides to go X-Ball, that would do, let's see, if there's 1 energy on that Zorua, X-Ball would be Zoroark. X-Ball would do another 40 damage or so, and you just got to be careful that Zoroark has the second attack, Dark Rush, that does 20 damage times the number of damage counters on Zoroark. So, this is something you really have to worry about. If you're not knocking out Zoroark in 1 hit, you have to catch her around it, or make sure you're not going to get knocked out by Dark Rush. Because it is a brutal attack if you don't see it coming, especially with Dark Claw. But we'll see if Frank can even do anything about it. Doesn't seem like he has much going for him. But we will see. Now Phil, he's gotten a Darkrai and another Zorua out here. Of course, the downside to Zoroark is that you need 6 Pokemon in play to really hit your maximum potential damage with Brutal Bash. That's going to be your main attack with this deck. 20 damage times the number of dark Pokemon you have in play. And looks like he's going to Bianca. He had an N in hand, but he realizes, oh, Frank's hand is not very good. So, I'm going to hold on to that N. I'm just going to play the Bianca and hope for the best. He will be able to use Ascension this turn. We'll see if he got any more basics or anything like that. And it looks like he's just going for that Zoroark, and we'll see what he does from there. Now, we're seeing all sorts of strange stuff happen on Frank's side. He's going to use Synthesis with Shaman EX, which allows you to search your deck for a Grass Energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon. And he's actually going to put it on the Shaman, which I have to question a little bit. You might as well just put that on the Mewtwo. You're not going to be attacking with Shaman EX, that's for sure. You don't want to do 30 to a Zoroark when he just Dark Rushes you right back in the face and kind of laughs as you tickled him, and now he gets to rage at you. The other problem is that if Phil now benches 1 more Pokemon, Brutal Bash will do 120 thanks to that Dark Claw, and he's got a Juniper here, so he just needs 1 more Pokemon, and he'll have the plus 20 from the Dark Claw, and 100 from having 5 dark Pokemon in play. He'll take 2 prizes. He'll take down the Shaman EX, and Frank is in trouble. If he would have used Synthesis to put the energy on the Mewtwo EX, then he could have gotten the knockout. And oh, actually, Phil's got a plus power. So I did not see that coming. We don't see plus power featured too often. Now the Junk Arm is rotated out, but it's still in the format. It still does have various uses. And here, I think Frank is going to realize, oop, I am knocked out. And that's going to be 2 prizes given up. He's going to lose the energy. If he had the energy on the Mewtwo, he would just need to attach 1 more, and then X-Ball would have gotten the knockout. But now, what does he do? He can X-Ball. If he does, it's an X-Ball for 60, and then he gets knocked out by Dark Rush. So, not really a good option. He could have used one of those catchers, but he's just going to grab something with an Ultra Ball. He doesn't have anything in hand. It's an unfortunate situation for him. But I'm not sure if he's really handling this correctly. He doesn't have many options, but I mean, if he uses X-Ball here, he is going to be doomed. If he had used Synthesis to put the energy on Mewtwo, I think he would have been just fine. He would have been able to X-Ball for 80 this turn, get the knockout, no problems there. And all of a sudden, Phil doesn't have any energy on board, and he doesn't have too many Pokemon in play. So I think Frank would have been just fine. But now he's just in a pretty abysmal situation. If he X-Balls, he gets knocked out. If he doesn't, he gets hit by Brutal Bash, and looks like he is going for the X-Ball. And Zoroark resists Psychic. So that is going to be a 60 damage X-Ball, which means there's 80 damage on the Zoroark, which means Dark Rush will do 160 plus 20 for the Dark Claw, which actually knocks out Mewtwo in one hit. And this game is probably going to be over pretty soon. You don't really think of Zoroark as the powerhouse that's going to sweep someone for 6 prizes without getting knocked out, but this is going to happen, it looks like. Unless Frank draws something, and looks like a Dark Energy, and no. So, wow, Phil Hollenberg will just take a quick 6-0 victory with one Zoroark. Going Brutal Bash, turn 2, knock out a Shaman EX. Dark Rush, turn 3. Dark Rush, turn 4. He took 6 prizes in 4 turns with a Zoroark. Wow. Can't say I expected this outcome. Very impressive nonetheless. Poor start from Frank to have that happen, but, you know, congratulations to Phil. He did everything correctly. Just shows the power of Zoroark. So we'll have some more rounds from the Glendale, Wisconsin Battle Road coming up in a little bit. That was an interesting game, and we'll have some more. I've been Pooka from Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.